Hey everyone, I'm back again. So this experience goes back to, how old was I? Must have been about 15 years ago now. Maybe slightly less. So me and my mum went on a little road trip and we decided to go to Bourton-on-the-Water in Gloucestershire. Not too far from Stowe, where they have Stowe Fair. So I got a bit of a cold. And we got lost because my mum cannot take directions no matter what you give her. I mean, there's not saying that gypsies can't get lost. They can, especially when she's driving. And yeah, so we ended up in Stratford upon Avon, and it'd been my first time there. I've been wanting to go for years, but it's been my first time there. And we went to, I think it was Anne Hathaway's house, but it was just finishing, because we got there about 4:30ish, and it was just closing up. We were like, damn, where else can we go? You know, we're already here. Let's try and find somewhere to go. And we ended up in Fallstaff. I think that's what they call it, Fallstaff. And we went there, and the whole time there, I literally felt such a really, really heavy presence. I mean, it's got a lot of bad energy because it's a very, very old house. I mean, it's in ancient Warwickshire, and a lot of bad energy to it. But at that age, I didn't pay too much attention, because although I was already doing reading and stuff, I wasn't too psychically open. I hadn't trained so much in the mediumship side of things and stuff like that. I just tend to gather spirits sometimes, depending on where I go. So we walked around and stuff, and I felt this heavy presence follow me. Now, I didn't really think too much of it, especially at that age. And by the time we'd got back to where we were staying in Bourton-on-the-Water, we were staying in a very old, ancient pub. Got back to the room, had our dinner, did a couple of readings for some of the staff, and went back to the room. So I went to sleep, and I remember, I mean, I don't remember that clearly, but I remember a very heavy presence coming into my dream. And later on in my series, you'll notice I talk about visitation dreams an awful lot, and that's something that I still get a lot to this day. And I had this really strong visitation dream where this energy from the Fallstaff had come into my dream, and it was trying to jump in my body. It was trying to possess me. Not the first time it's happened. It's happened recently. It's happened since then. But that was the first time I really remember it trying to happen. And I remember in my dream asking for help, like spiritual help. And all of a sudden I heard this big clap, and the triple goddess symbol appeared. I mean, I was already on the witch path anyway, like all my family, but it was like the goddess had come into my dreams to help get rid of this energy that had attached itself to me. And I literally woke up with a start. And it's only really after it left and I was thinking about it the next day, and I noticed how tired I was the night before. If necessary, I'll do another video on the signs of having an attachment. Yeah, I woke up and it was still dark out. It was summer, so it was probably 1 o'clock in the morning or so. I woke up with a start, and I remember it so clearly, and I've remembered it ever since. And I did not obviously want to go back to that place ever again. We went home, got on with life, and I recently went back to Fallstaff last year, the year before, on my way back from somewhere. I went somewhere on my way back, and I was like, oh, let's pop in there. And the energy, that same energy that I felt all them years before, wasn't there anymore. It'd gone. Most likely because it come home with me that night, but all those years before. I had to have like divine intervention to get rid of it. I have had visitation dreams since then, not with that same entity, and it was banished. But it goes to show that sometimes when you're young and you're open, but you don't know much about spiritual protection, how much you can attach, like get certain things, negative things attached to you. And that's happened a lot over the years. I think that these entities tend to latch on to the ones who are spiritual, especially the ones who are unprotected. Yeah, so that's that one. There wasn't much more to it than that. Wasn't one of the most scariest I've had, but it was very, very unpleasant, especially at such a young age. I mean, I'm 36 now, and we're going back 15 years. That's how much younger I was. But yeah, if anything, it was a good learning experience about learning about protection and stuff like that. Till next time.